Katsina State now, according to the governor, Aminu Bello Masari is under the grip of bandits. While playing host to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya in Katsina, Governor Masari said 10 out of 34 local government areas of the states are under persistent attacks by bandits. Hence, the state needs help fast. Let's hear from the governor.
We must do whatever it takes to return to normalcy, so that it gives government the opportunity to really do what is supposed to be done. We are very much concerned because the purpose of governance is being seriously challenged. Because the purpose of governance is protecting lives, properties, honor and dignity of people. So when it's under attack, then the entire system is under attack. So I assure you that we will do the best we can to support the military. From what we have seen, they need logistic support. And where possible, they need numbers. We have moved into the era of technology. With technology, you can fight your wars with minimum number of personnel. So I hope that technology will be deployed, properly deployed, so that we'll be able to really bring these banditry activities under control. We are not deceiving ourselves that we will eliminate criminality. It has never been done before, cannot be done today, neither can it be done tomorrow. But you can bring it under control in such a way that it does not disturb the way of life of people. As we are seeing today, 10 out of 34 local governments are under severe attack daily. So with that in mind, there is no way we can sleep. Our phones are permanently on. To hear what is happening in local government AOCOD.
Well, actually, Zamfara State, I would think that the president is from Zamfara State and they will enjoy at least a level of respite from this banditry. But if the governor is saying 10 out of 34 local government, number one, I'm saying the numerical strength of the bandits, as in 10 different local governments, be operating unabated. And I want to look at that, okay, Zamfara might be a victim of what is happening in Katsina might be a victim of what is happening in Zamfara State, and now the two states now.
And Kaduna, because it shares borders with both Kaduna and Zamfara. And you know, both states are seriously heaving under the pressure from banditry. So if you are unlucky to share borders with these states, especially Zamfara, a lot of the local governments in Katsina share boundary with Zamfara. Don't forget that even Katsina used to be part of the old Kaduna State. You know, Katsina was carved out of the old Kaduna State. So they share a lot in common. From the bandits coming all the way from Renegwari, they can come into Katsina through Sabwa local government. And as we have seen too, from Zamfara, they can move in. One thing that the bandits do one major character of the bandits is that they stay only in boundary communities. Boundary communities, so that they can move to another state when they come under attack. Check all the bandit leaders, their locations, whether it is Dankremi or Dogo Gide or Turuji, all of them, Ali Alero, Kachala, they are in boundary communities, so that they can move.
For strategic reasons.
Yes, they can move from there, enter another state, and then it becomes difficult for us to track them down. So when you go to Katsina, for example, the GBI area, the governor, when the governor said 10 local governments, he was saying daily attacks, the ones that come under daily attacks.
Frequently.
So it's not saying that bandits attack us only in 10 local governments. No, he's saying the ones where there are daily reports of armed bandits attacks. So that should tell you how terribly bad the situation is. We've talked in the past about businessmen, Katsina businessmen, working in Katsina, making their money in Katsina, and going to sleep in Niger Republic. They've bought houses in Niger Republic where they rest their heads. Because every night you are not sure when these boys are coming. And when they come, as the governor said, they rape, they kidnap, they kill, they inflict injury, they rustle cattle, they burn people's houses. Nobody wants to live with that. Nobody wants to sleep in his house and not be sure that they won't set him ablaze along with the house. So people are going through a lot in Katsina, and I'm happy the governor told the chief of army staff what they are going through. The chief of army staff cannot say he's unaware of this problem. He's from Zamfara State. That is the state that in the very recent past, bandits have made a tremendous mark. So this chief of army staff knows now that he has to win this war. We had a minister of defense, our immediate past minister of defense was from Katsina, from Zamfara State, from a local government called Brene Magaji. He couldn't defeat the bandits. He left as minister of defense, and these people have inherited this war.
Probably.
So the chief of air staff will not go. There are many of those places that people have forgotten about going home. Even in Katsina, there are places that people have stopped bothering themselves about going home. So now the chief of army staff has a duty to put an end to banditry, because it's even affecting his state more than other states. So he has to, yes, it has to be a moral burden on him that this nonsense in my state must stop. The governor of Zamfara said there are 30,000 bandits in Zamfara alone.
You know, when you count 1 to 30,000?
30,000. That means there are more than the number of security agents that we put in the northwest. You know, so it's terrible. But this is the situation. When you are talking about what they call the frontline local governments in Katsina, Dandume, Sabua, Funtua, Damusa, Jibia, Basari, Kankara, Faskari. These are 8 of the local governments that I can remember.
That's you hear news of frequent attacks.
Yes, I know the governor could be talking about others, like even Kankia, because sometimes we hear of attacks in Kankia, all these places.
Wale, so when this problem now gradually is becoming something that, you know, we are counting months. After some time, God forbid, we might start counting years, and it's going to be like Boko Haram that started in 2009. That still now, we've still not found a lasting solution to terrorism in the Northeast. So banditry is the same thing. I just remember those young boys, young girls on the streets and unemployed, jobless. So to be able to lure them into this kind of thing will be the easiest thing in the north.
Well, I think in 2019, May, when the district head of Daura was kidnapped, Alhaji Musa Umar, we were all embarrassed because that is the president's hometown. And we felt that should stimulate everyone, the governor, the federal government, to see this banditry as a major challenge. Unfortunately, it's getting bad. Don't let me say worst. Because last year, to remember what happened in December, the Kankara, girls and the boys' school, science boys' school, that our close to 300 pupils were taken away. And I think if by now we are talking about 30%, almost 30% of the entire local governments in Katsina State is under frequent attack, that is a very bad omen for us. Like Babajide said, Katsina also borders in the northern fringe, Niger Republic, which makes it easy for all sorts of elements to bring in weapons to that part of the country. And unfortunately, in spite of all efforts, I think the bandits appear to be growing wings. And that's why I think that this thing we've always been saying it. It's not just a problem of Katsina State alone. Katsina was created in 1987 from Kaduna State. So look at what is going on in Kaduna. Look at what is going on in Adamawa, the other areas in the old. So there must be a kind of, apart from state strategies, I know the governor has, if I created 3 tiers of security architecture, getting the religious people involved, traditional rulers, but in spite of all this, the problem continues. So there should be a kind of regional cooperation. All the states in that area, in the northwest, should see this problem as a collective challenge. Because if Katsina is not safe, then the other neighboring states, it's a matter of time, will also be affected. A lot of people are migrating, not just rich men that are going to Niger Republic to spend the night. Look how, ordinary people are leaving, Katsina State either to go to Kano or to live for Abuja.
Just to stay alive.
So I think, and there's nothing, it's really going to be very difficult for the governor to have, to develop the state, road construction, provision of health in local areas when you have a case of insecurity. So it's going to affect overall, it's going to affect agriculture. It's going to affect almost every aspect of human development. So I think it should not be left for Katsina alone. We need a national response, we need a regional response, and then bilateral cooperation with the neighboring African state like Niger Republic.
As Wale said, there can't be meaningful development if these states, no matter what they're doing. Look at Borno State now. As much as Governor Zulum would love to replicate those schools, fine schools in Maiduguri, to put it, he dare not build that kind of school outside Maiduguri.
No. Even in places, that are reconstructed, they said those buildings are ablaze again.
Billions.
I know that Bama, for example, has been rebuilt 2 times. That's the commercial capital of Borno State. Bama is been rebuilt 2 times. A lot of the new buildings, health facilities that the government put in place, when Boko Haram overran the town some months back, what did they do? They set ablaze some of those government.
People?
Yes. People can set ablaze army bases, set ablaze armor tanks. You saw the pictures now when the governor visited that area, So what won't they do? This is the reason we have to defeat these guys. If we don't defeat them, then we have ourselves to blame. We can't take development to the different areas of the states. The governor of Borno State, just like his predecessor, has picked up valuable lessons. You will not hear of Boko Haram kidnapping schoolboys and girls in Borno? Because they've simply locked up those schools in the hinterland and decided to build giant schools in Maiduguri, giant schools that are safe. And Borno is making money off the World Bank because in terms of school enrollment, it is doing better than other Nigerian states. Borno State got more money from the World Bank because of his school, huge school enrollment. Over even Kaduna and some other states.
IDPs.
School enrollment.
Yes,
people
in IDP, they want to enroll.
Yeah.
I mean, the way they do it, they knew those, like this year now, how many were you able to enroll fresh? They look at all those figures. Now people can see that the state capital is safe, and the beauty of those schools is an attraction on its own for people to feel. You need to go to Borno and see one primary school that was named after the First Lady, Aisha Buhari. No child will get to that school and will not want to go to school the next day because all of the things that they play with and the sweet colors, you know the way they paint children's, just like our own crèche. Those sweet colors that children like, they used those colors to paint those schools. So they now have an unusually high school enrollment, which is fetching them because World Bank rewards states for new enrollment. So they have simply found a solution. You will not be able to kidnap our children after what you did in Chibok. So we keep them safe here. Even in Monguno, where we have the garrison command, the government didn't think because there is a big army base there that they should leave the school. They did it. They relocated the Unity school there. They relocated it to Maiduguri. They are now using the Muhammadu Buhari Academy as the school for the unit for the federal government Girls College Monguno. That's why I'm disappointed in those of them in Kebbi, where you saw clearly that school was under threat. You got reports that they were going to attack the school, yet you listen to federal authorities who told you that don't worry, the exams are just they've almost finished exam, let them finish the exam.
Exam for safety. And
then they came, took those children are still there.
They're still there. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know what they'll be eating. I don't know how they'll be living.
Not less than 90 of them in that place. We still have not less than 90 of those in the hands of those people. And they are saying, no, we don't want to negotiate with the parents. It is government that want to negotiate with. We don't want to negotiate with parents. Now, so what do parents do? And government is saying, no, we don't want to negotiate with bandits. Now, even the hunters that were told to go and look for these children, they have said that they are tired of, because the state government doesn't appear to be serious. They are accusing Governor... what's his name again? Remind me of the Kebbi governor's name.
But Atiku Bagudu.
Atiku Bagudu. That he doesn't appear to be serious about the welfare of those children. Therefore, the hunters have said, no, we too, we are not looking.
How many disasters?
Are you empowering the hunters to do the job? And here was a governor who said he felt like leading the war. Did you read that story then?
Yes.
That he felt like leading the battle to where those people are. No, but they are not leading battle. They are more interested in playing politics.
Okay, I have dilemma. Philip is calling us from Lagos. Thank you for joining us, Philip.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to make my contribution.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, this issue of banditry. You know, before APC came to power, we had so many things, and everybody believed that with the general on seat, where Boko Haram, banditry, all the banditry even came, after Boko Haram. And we are believing that when a general is on seat, being the head of state, all these things would have been tackled without, wasting time. But unfortunately, his own state is the one.
I think Philip's the emphasis there.
We said
it's the president's state. That's where we started from.
Yes, so if you can go ahead and kidnap the president's in-law, because that person that is talking about is an in-law of the president. You know, so what the rest of us?
I'm telling you.
Can we say we are safe? I mean, it's really perplexing that people can't feel safe. We want the attacks. The army, you know, my problem with the armed forces is when they kill a number of people, they will start announcing, we have done this, we have killed this. Don't announce your exploits. By the time you kill these people, starting with their leaders, Nigerians will know. I've said it before, all of those bandit leaders, we have not succeeded in killing a single leader.
You've been mentioning their names.
We have not one.
Know them. They have
even the ones. Why won't I know them? I've gone to interview bandits before now. You remember in 2019, I know the camp. If you kill today, you kill Dogo Gide, who spearheaded the kidnap of those innocent boys in Kagara. If you kill Turji, who had the guts to tell us that why should we arrest his father? If you kill Dankremi, the people will know. They will know. If you kill Kachala, people will know.
It's a notorious character.
Yes, they know the people, and the funny things, people know where their camps are. If you go to GBR today, except that the Okada rider will be afraid. If you say, take me to the camp of Dangote in Shimfida, he will take you on the bike and go there. After all, even our friend, the Secretary of the Government of Katsina State, we saw him. He went to Dangote's camp to negotiate with him now. We saw him on bike going inside. This is not a secret. The video is there. The governor of Katsina is frustrated. He has done everything. He brought them. He said, okay, take the Quran. Swear that you will not kill people again. One of them swore that, okay, he will not go back to banditry. That's Daudawa. Daudawa, when he saw that he was no longer making the kind of money he was making in the forest, he returned to the forest and one of the rivals killed him. We lost Buhari Ndaji, not to the armed forces of Nigeria. It was Dogo Gide that went to kill him there. Yes, it was Dogo Gide that went to kill him inside Dansadao forest. Daudawa too, we lost him, not as a result of military action, but because one of the rivals said, okay, you said you have stopped kidnapping, that you swore with the Holy Quran in the presence of the governor and other people. Now you have come back to the forest. They killed him. We want to see our armed forces take out their leaders. When you take out their leaders, they will be demoralized. Take out their leaders.
Wally, your last take on this?
Well, the thing is that the efforts made by the governor, being made, will not be enough unless we tackle the problem of over-concentration of security architecture. For instance, the governor trained 554 youths as police constables, but special constables. But they were asked not to be armed. So that's a minor. So how are they going to fight?
The same thing in Niger.
So as long as we have over-concentration of police architecture, there is no way we'll be able to tackle this problem. Let us decentralize police so that Katsina can recruit local people, arm them. They live among these people. They know their territories, they know their parents, and they know that it's their responsibility to protect their ancestral homes. They will fight to the last pint of their blood, So we need to decentralize security architecture so that there should be some level of authority, by the state governors.